Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to talk about how much volume do you need for maximum muscle growth. And do you really need very high volumes to build a lot of muscle? And for people that can't really spend too much time training, can you actually build a lot of muscle by doing less volume? So let's just start. So let's start with the how many sets do you need for maximum muscle growth. Now when I say that number, keep in mind that I'm talking about people that are training very hard, like taking each set very close to failure, leaving less reps in reserve, meaning you're probably leaving 1 or 0 reps in reserve, or on some of your exercises you actually take the sets to failure. Obviously, I'm not talking about sets that feel like warm-up sets, for example. So when I say that, that's what I mean, training hard. So if you think that I'm going to say a number like 40-50 sets, that's not what I'm going to say, because if you're actually training very hard, you won't be able to do 50 high quality sets, because if you take each set very close to failure, first of all, you're probably going to be done in like after 10 sets in a workout, or maybe even less. So you won't be able to do over 12 quality sets. So yeah, I'm talking about actually training hard, for people that actually train hard. And I believe that you need to train hard to get to your genetic potential. You need to leave less reps in reserve. Now, that number, again, it depends on a lot of different things, like are you actually bulking? Because the extra calories, now I'm not saying dirty bulk, but I'm talking about people that lean bulk. That extra calories are going to make a big difference in terms of recovery, training performance. You'll be able to do a little bit more volume, and are actually going to benefit from that extra volume. Now if you're not eating that extra calories, let's say you're maintaining, well, if you're maintaining, don't expect to gain a lot of muscle. And if you're actually on a deficit, I mean, you're going to build some muscle, but don't expect a lot of gains. That's what I mean. And now that number that I'm going to tell you, I would say if everything's on point, sleep is on point, diet is on point, training is on point, I would say between 15 and 20 sets, somewhere in between maybe, but nothing beyond that, to be honest. And the training frequency, that's up to you. I'll probably do twice a week for muscles that I care more about. And you can do 15 sets for all muscle groups. That can be very simple, but again, that's for like the absolute maximum of muscle gains. People that want that 10% extra gains. Now for people that don't have the time or don't want to spend too much time training, you can actually get away with less. You're just not going to get 100% of the gains. You're going to get less, but you're still going to get great gains. Now, if you're not after the 90 or 100%, but more than 50% gains, I would say you can probably do 10 to 15 hard sets for every muscle. and you're going to get over 50% gains. But you're spending less time training and you're actually recovering more, so that might lead to better training performance, obviously. So again, less volume might be slightly better for some people. So now if you don't have a lot of time to train, you're very busy with whatever, job, working, family, and you still want great gains, believe me, you can, but make sure you're really training hard. Now I'm not saying do take sets beyond failure, do drop sets. Like when people hear intensity, they believe that they need to take sets beyond failure, force reps, drop sets, supersets. You're actually not building muscle, you're not stimulating any extra muscle growth, you're just wasting your time and negatively impacting your recovery, because you're still doing work, it's still fatiguing, so it's going to take some more time to recover from that. But you didn't build any extra muscle growth, because drop sets usually you finish with your set and then you reduce the weight, keep doing reps again, reduce the weight when you can't do any more reps, you lower the weight, do more reps. Well, your upper threshold muscle fibers, they usually fatigue very quickly, and they're usually responsible for lifting that heavy weight. They're responsible for that PR and that extra muscle growth, obviously. But if you can't replicate the same training performance, you're probably not using the upper threshold muscle fibers, so you're not stimulating these muscle fibers, and they're the muscle fiber responsible for that size, not the swole twitch muscle fibers. You don't really have that size potential, and you're just wasting your time. So you need extra days to recover from that workout, and you did more volume, but you didn't get more gains, so you just wasted your time. So for people that don't have a lot of time, I would say you can stick to between 5 and 10 sets for every muscle group. Try to be closer to that 10 sets. Maybe don't rest 5 minutes, rest 3 minutes between your sets. You don't have to train every single day, do crazy amounts of volume to get a very good physique. It's just going to take you slightly longer, but if that's not the most important thing for you, but you still care about it, you can do that and you're still going to make great gains. You just want to train hard. I mean, that's why a lot of people don't make gains, is because they're lazy in the gym. Their sets look like warm-up sets, and that's why they're not making gains. So yeah, you don't need over 20 sets, to be honest. And I would say for most people you don't need to do close to 20 sets if you're actually training hard. If you're not training hard, you can do 100 sets and you're still not going to get the same gains as someone that's training very hard and doing 12 very high quality sets. And now you don't need to do 10-second rep, very slow 10-second rep, I mean that's too hard. might lead to injury. So on some exercises I would say it's not a good idea to be training that hard. I just know when the next step is going to be so hard that it's actually not worth trying to do that rep. So I just stopped the set. I'm still getting my gains. I probably have to compensate by doing one more extra set. Big deal. It's not a big deal, so I don't really care about that. And I'm talking about the bench press. As you can see, my chest is not weak, so you don't need to train to failure, but make sure that you're training hard enough where the sets actually feel challenging. So thanks for watching. If you want to help my channel grow and motivate me to upload more of these videos, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, share it, leave a comment. And if you're interested in custom training programs or online personal training or whatever, custom videos for you, you can contact me on my email or my Instagram that I'm going to leave both in the description. So again, thanks for watching.